Good evening, everyone, or afternoon, or morning, wherever you are. Okay, so I figured out, I went through all the comments and I deleted mine and then some duplicates. So, y'all ready to get this party started? Let's do it. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Right. Let me go make sure I'm on the right screen. All right. So, make this chat a little smaller. So with TubeBuddy, and these dollar signs are here because I no longer monetize, but they stayed. So just in case you're wondering. All right. Let's see. All right. This is the giveaway here. And I'm going to pick a winner. First winner is Sportsdom. Woohoo! Okay, so let's see. Open link in the tab. All right. Do y'all want to chat a little bit before we pick the next winner, or you want to go ahead and do it? There's one more chance. Come on. He's a new subscriber, he says. Sportsdom. Congratulations. All right, go ahead and pick it. All right. Here we go. Pick another winner. Daggers. Whoop, whoop. Is Daggers in the house? That's awesome. Is Sportsdom in the house? Let's see. Do any of you all know Sportsdom Daggers is in the house? Well, she was. Let's see. So exciting. All right, so what I'm going to do is give it just a few minutes. We can chat about some things, and hopefully they'll show up here in the chat here. So, did that live. Got to be transparent, right? Okay. Screen back up here. You laughing at me, Mike, huh? How's everybody doing, huh? Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Oh, let me read something to you all. It's very, very interesting. So my mom sends me this comment. I guess it was on Facebook, not sure, but I have got to read this to you all. It's pretty funny, but pretty sick at the same time. So I won't give the name of this person, but it's a friend of hers on Facebook, looks like. All right. So this is not me. This is a comment from someone else. So I was hungry and wanted a couple of fried eggs. Crack open the first one. It's perfect. Crack open the second one. Farm fresh, mind you. And bam, a very dead and ripe baby chick plops out. Oh my gosh, the stench. But as if that wasn't bad enough, my husband grabs a bag for me to put it in, and guess what? It has a huge hole in it. So now it splatters on the floor and then down my leg. I think I'm going to start buying eggs at the store again. Talk about ruining your appetite. Much love from somewhere in Kentucky. Just thought I would share that with you all. And then if you all watched my tomato video that I put up about, I'd say it's been a few weeks, where the tomato was growing a plant outside. A week after I did that video, the woman that posted that, she passed away. So I'm like, oh, I wonder if she ate the tomato. I know it's not funny to joke about anybody dying, but I really hope that didn't have anything to do with it, you know? So I wanted to share that with you all. Doc just ate 2 eggs. Well, you ate them, so I would say it's okay. Let's give a few shout outs, see who's in the room here. Hey, Nobleness D, Blessing TX7, Painful, Doc Miller, XCon, Patty Angel. Hey, Mama, Mike W, Matthew Mahan, Kathy Bradbury, Texan Tom. Let's see, we already said Mike. A Holden. I think I already said Nobleness D. Davy Ward, Cameron Cougar, Don 719. Shirley Graham, Mudman, Dewey from Knoxville, Armor Up, Armor Up, I went ahead and gave you a wrench. I think I said Shirley. Sean O'Neill, how's it going? Davy Ward. And earlier in the chat, we had Simon Says, Nash, Daggers. Congratulations again, Daggers, if you're in here. And that's all I see at the moment. Anybody got any interesting news that we can talk about? Albert Kerr, nice to see you. Just act yourself. Don't be too harsh on them now. Camera Cougar says, one of my truther friends has picked up on birds. Schiller's List too. Anyone else notice an abundance of them? Not sure, Cameron Cougar, what you're talking about there. You might have to explain a little bit. Hey, Vu. Hawaii volcanoes. I haven't really looked at that within the last couple days. What country sold Alaska to the USA? I don't know. What country? Noble. Kathy Bradbury. I'm pretty in a city-fied area. Not a lot of birds here. Laser weapons. There's a huge lack of birds in my area this year. You know, something else, last year, the birds would sing at night, and I haven't heard any birds singing at night. Really odd. Okay, Noble. Who was it? Hey, Hazel. How are you? No, nothing's normal anymore. They start singing at 3 a.m. there. And I don't know if you all have seen this, but I've seen an abundance of possums lately. Oh, y'all want to hear something crazy that happened today? So, me and my husband went to the grocery store, and we were driving down the road, and every time we go anywhere right now, we look for box turtles because my son wants a baby box turtle, right? And I thought I had seen a turtle, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that was a turtle. And then not even like 5 seconds later, on the right-hand side, on my side, there's a turtle right there in the side of the road, like getting ready to cross the road. He was a juvenile. He wasn't a baby, but I just thought that was odd. I thought I had seen a turtle, and then I really did see one. So I hurried up. I get out of the car, and I pick him up and, bring him into the house, and tried to feed him a little bit of turtle food that we had left over and some apple, and the dogs were having a cow over him. So we ended up letting him go in our backyard because he was a little too big. He was small, but not a baby like what we want. Because if you get a baby, you can train them. So yeah, we saved him. I just thought that was really, really neat. It's almost like I knew I was going to see one, thought I would see one. He slowed the car down, and then we ended up seeing him. So we had to turn around twice just to get him. And of course, my son wanted to name him and all that good stuff. But, he was like, can we just keep him 2 days? But I tell you what was funny is that turtle, we've got a little crate for the dogs in the kitchen, a smaller one. And that turtle kept walking over there to the crate, and it would stick its hands and its head in that cage, like it wanted to get in the cage. Yeah, you can train them to, I guess, eat, the smaller they are, you can train them to eat outside of, be in captivity. So my husband's had quite a bit of box turtles, so that's just what he said. We did a few years back, we tried to order a baby turtle online, and it was a scam. And it took forever for us to get our money back. It was like $80 because you can't get them. They have to be so big before they can legally sell them. But we just got a bad website. So I'm like, well, it's the time of the year here in Kentucky to where they hatch. So that's where we'll be able to find some. Oh, you're funny, Doc. Yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. All right. Oh, those red ear sliders are so pretty. Nobleness says, what's the name of the movie with the big dog named after the famous composer? Nobleness, do you just want to come in here? You can help me out, and so I'm not talking to myself. And then you all can let me know if one of the winners has come in. Okay, I sent you an invite, Noble. If you all see any of the winners, make sure and tell me. And then that way I can let them know they won. I'm not sure where you're going to get that invite. It might be in your either on email or in Hangouts. Probably your email, I would say. Yeah, she was here earlier. If you can get a hold of her, Doc, that would be awesome. And then Sportum, I'm not sure how to, he's a new sub. I'm not sure how to get a hold of him. Hey, Ghana, how are you? How are the winners just going to log off? Well, I'm not sure. I'll send them a message on YouTube through the new messaging app. I think Nobleness is checking his email. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, Daddy Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, died at age 89 today. Old man Pawn Stars also passed away a couple days ago. He was 77, I believe. Hey, Dominic Candy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Ain't really did much. It's been raining like crazy here. Something really interesting happened yesterday. There was a severe thunderstorm warning here. And you could tell just by the way that the rain was hitting that it was like swirling. So I was like, yeah, that doesn't look good. But yet we never got a tornado warning. Come to find out, right down the road at a factory next to where my husband works, there was a tornado that hit. And my brother's father-in-law was in that building along with another guy. It was a separate outbuilding next to the factory in the parking lot. And the tornado literally picked up the building with them inside of it and then dropped it down. And they were so lucky to be alive. And from what I've heard, he's not really hurt that bad. He came out with just a bunch of scrapes on him. So God is really good, you all. And bless his heart, the same man had both his legs crushed by a vehicle with, I guess the jack malfunctioned. And then he was in a motorcycle wreck, and I think from that he had rods already in his back. So he's just been through it. Yeah, they did. They thought his back was broke and his leg, but he came out with just some scrapes on him. I mean, literally, tornado picks up the building, No warning, nothing. And I can probably tell you about what time it happened because I saw that rain. The rain started coming from the other direction. And then it was like, coming from all directions like a swirling. And it's not even 2 miles down the road from me. Never heard anything like a tornado from here or anything. Hey, full circle. Noble, I might just send you, let me copy this link and I'll go ahead and send it on Hangouts. already closed out my Hangouts. Let's see. Close this. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, I've got my email pulled up. It gives me issues sometimes. Okay, you should get that. I just sent you a separate email from me. Party puppy, what's going on? Okay, Doc. Love you, man. There you are.
I made it.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're giving away some money or something, are you?
Huh?
Said you're giving away some money or something.
Yeah, I wanted to do something for reaching 7,000 subs. So, like before I had hit 7,000, I put out a giveaway on my channel. And if you have the like the TubeBuddy application on your Windows computer, it goes along with YouTube, and it just makes it an easy way to pick comments, like pick a number, pick a winner. So
I see.
yeah, I've already done one giveaway. I did one giveaway just because I felt led to. It wasn't anything. It's just I like to give. So I mean that's all it is. I just would much rather give if I can than to receive. So I
Sure.
figured, well, if I hit 7,000 subs, then I'll do a giveaway. So
I see one of your people here, Stephen Guardian, says greetings from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
oh wow.
Yeah, because that's where I am.
Huh. Hey, Steven. Yeah, he's been in my chat a few times. He's been here for a little while.
Cool.
That's crazy that that's where you're at as well. Huh.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm in Dartmouth, but it's all the same greater city. Yeah.
Wow. So Russia is the one that sold Alaska to the United States?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never was taught anything officially, but it was always said, and I don't know by whom, but I always heard all my life that Canada sold Alaska to the US, for pennies on the dollar or whatever. And it turns out that it's Russia. That's weird.
Huh.
So I don't know. It's quite easily it was mistaken information all through my life, right? Just hearsay sort of thing.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's a change. Fiverr thought it was Canada, and he's not Canadian.
Right. Wow. I wasn't sure. I didn't answer because I had no idea. That's crazy, though. What was the last question before I invited you in here? You said, how do you spell what?
Beethoven.
Beethoven. So
The very first commenter spelled it the current way, which surprises me that anybody would spell it like that. Like it's so messed up to me.
is it
But whatever. I'm not a speller, so
Beheetoven?
no, it's Beeeth oven. But the double E to me, I never. It looked so freaking weird to me. I thought it was BEA or BAE. One or the other.
Huh.
That party puppy thought it was Canada too.
Wow.
See, Russia is very close to Alaska now, right? Like ridiculously.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane. There's issues now. Like it was even on a TV show, that the natives from one area to the other, I can't remember which is which. I don't think it even matters, but like the Eskimo natives, right? Like they'll literally just walk across now in the winter sometimes. It's like, that's so insane. That's my whole life I was taught the big issue to get over, right? And now they use a chain of islands and probably made it across over a few seasons. And I
Wow.
know now they're just like, a little stroll over to one island and a stroll over to the other continent. It's insane.
Oh my goodness. How long does it take?
I don't know.
Huh.
I did know the distance. I'll check it really quick for you. I mean, it's still a little bit of a journey, right? But still, it was almost like debatable or arguable at one time as to how people made it to North America,
Right.
And now it's a joke. I guess you could say the same thing about Cubans getting to Florida now. If you stretch out the Florida Keys, you're in Havana. So yeah, it's not too hard for them anymore.
Well, as many earthquakes and stuff that we have, and all the fracking and stuff like that, and then also too, the sand that they take from the ocean is in tremendous amounts. So maybe all of that together is causing it to shift, the continents to get closer, or, I don't know, maybe get farther away from each other. Who knows? But it does seem like they're getting closer, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not, man, it couldn't be physically done. It's never going to make enough diff.
But the earthquakes alone, the earth moves. So you would think that would have something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, if what we were taught or if what we thought was complete bull all of our lives, maybe the world moves ridiculously fast. Instead of inches a year, it can move feet or many or a mile. I don't know. It sounds ridiculous to me.
Well,
when I see the difference, it's insane, like distance of difference. So to me, it couldn't have just glided. I don't know. To me, it seems to have been like a change outside of time. Like it's just different now all of a sudden. But
well, you think about it. It's like, when did the continents shift away? Because it's like a puzzle piece. They fit exactly together. Like it was all one big area at one time. I mean, it fits perfectly. So did the flood cause the continents to, divide? Because it's literally one big puzzle piece. They all fit perfect.
Right.
They were all connected at one time.
Yeah. They always said this here part of Eastern Canada was connected to Morocco. The slate rocks go in the opposite directions, and so they kind of line up to meet each other. Whatever, if that makes any sense. But I got Google Earth kind of displayed for you there to show you what I mean. Mm-hmm. So you have the chain of islands at the bottom here, which is kind of this arc. And the upper area was so far apart that the chain of islands was much easier to try to travel. Like that was the excuse. That was how people must have got to North America, by going along chain islands. Now that's hard to understand at the moment for what you're looking at. It does make sense. But the reason is the damn globe's so small now. At least that's what it appears to be. And which causes this upper area to get very close, like kind of like a shrinking balloon. Like the certain areas are going to shrink. The circumference, it's hard to explain. I'm not even going to try to explain that. But anyway, the northern area will get closer together quicker, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense, because if the Earth is shrinking, of course, it's going to cause the waters to recede. Or is that the right word?
Sure. Yeah, I never really thought of that, but you may have something there.
Cause them to compact and get closer together, because we all know that Australia has moved farther south. Or no, yeah. North. Yeah. It was farther away. Now it's closer.
Right. It didn't look like it was pretty much touching Papua New Guinea.
Exactly.
It's unreal. So here's the North America and Russia. And they actually have two islands right in the middle now in the Bering Strait, which is very minimal. And one island belongs to Russia and one island belongs to, or part of Alaska, which would therefore belong to America. So from this island, just from the mainland of Russia to that island, you're looking at 37 kilometers, which is just under 23 miles. And then you make the other jump, which is another 23 miles. It's nothing.
So what's that dark stuff?
Stroll down the road. You can walk. If this is all, you can make this walk in a day, a long day, if it's all ice. Yes, 20 clicks, 30 clicks, definitely. You can make it there. Sunrise, sunset.
What's the dark stuff?
It's the actual water. So the blue is not the water that you're looking at. The blue is sort of a paint-on layer of sonar, basically the ocean floor. So some areas you'll get details, like here you can see like what the ocean floor is shaped like.
Oh, yeah. So I've had some fun with some Google Earth.
This blue is just a layer that's actually supposed to be the ocean floor. And then the darker area is actually the real water, real picture.
So there's no people that live on those islands because they look kind of bare.
No, there's not much to them. They're just rock.
Why would they want to own them then? I mean, just to say, hey, I've got this?
It's just the way it officially is right now. And it's also officially that the border goes right down the middle. How much sense does that even really make? Right?
Wow.
Like, if you think about it, like, oh, well, here, you have that island, we'll have this island. Really? Like, that's not usually the way things work, right?
Right.
Either if you're going to own this one, you're probably going to own that one right next to it.
Well, it's almost like this. How did they even get to own them?
I don't know.
If they're not occupied, you know?
Yeah.
Did they just come out and say, oh, I'm going to own this? That's mine. I think I'll take that. You know, whichever continent's closest to the island gets it.
The funny thing is, it's very even, like very, very even from, you know, the edge of one island to the mainland, the edge of the opposite island to the mainland is almost identical, which is odd in itself to me, right? But it's a nice setup if you want to make some bridges now, right?
Oh, yeah.
From here to here, and then a little bridge, and a bridge from here to here. It'd be a hell of an undertaking, but it's possible. We can do it now. That water isn't too deep.
Right.
It isn't. It's ocean, but it's upper. You can even tell by the color of the blue. It's
right.
More continental shelf level of ocean. I mean, they got the bridge to PEI here in Canada. That's relatively ocean-like.
Goodness.
So you were looking for some people to show up?
Just some winners that I had picked. They're not in the chat at the moment. Sportum was one of the winners, and then Dagger Spells. and they haven't. Daggers was here earlier before I started the actual broadcast, like 2 hours before. So I'm not sure what she's doing, but if some of the people there in the chat could maybe share it, like on Twitter or share within their circles. Elbow, what is that noise?
I don't know. What's it sound like?
It sounds like wind.
Oh, really? It's my microphone acting up.
Oh,
I gotta get a filter on it, or I'll put a piece of cloth over it. My mic's just extra sensitive or something. A couple of people have complained about this in recent times.
yeah. I got a pop filter for like $7 on Amazon.
Does that help at all?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Can you hear anything in the background?
No.
I
can't hear it on my end. Sadly.
I've got 2 fans going. So yes, it helps tremendously. I don't know how big of a mic you have, but this is just a standard pop filter and it does help.
Yeah, no, I'm just using a laptop. It's just the built-in. Look at this Steven guy, Garden, which he probably thought I was freaking crazy, but actually he goes, the crossing to Russia can be made in about 8 hours in the winter. No darkness.
Wow. Why winter?
Ice. To walk it, right? It's not ice year round. I wouldn't even walk it in the winter, especially this day and age. I wouldn't trust that being frozen enough, but it may be.
Well, it gets so cold in Russia, though, you know?
Yeah.
What's the weather like where you're at?
It was nice today. Stephen was pointing out, he puts it as the real first summer day.
Oh, yeah? What's that temperature-wise?
Oh, damn. In Fahrenheit, I wish I knew. Probably like in the 80s.
Oh, hold on. I think there's like 30 points difference from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So,
yeah, it's not quite that simple.
yeah, I'm just pulling up a calculator here.
Yeah, so, it's not a straight conversion. It's
what degree Celsius was it where you were at?
I don't even know. Do you know, Stephen? I'm guessing it was like 20, probably like 25 today, maybe. I don't know.
77.
Yeah, it was probably about an 80-degree day then.
Yeah. I tell you what, right now here, let's see. It is update it. I have to update this app all the time just to get the weather. Right now it's 85, real feel 91, cloudy. And of course we're having rain again tomorrow. Next 3 days are supposed to be nice though, 90.
Texas was getting beat with heat, eh? Did you hear
really?
about that? Oh yeah, like dying 100.
Wow.
90 and 100-degree weather for a little bit. Guy Fawkes and Dan were crying about it.
I imagine so. Yeah, it went straight from winter to summer, it seems like. We didn't really have much of a spring. I mean, we had more of a spring this year than we did last year. Last year, it just went straight to summer. But I tell you what, last week we had some really nice weather because I don't know if a tropical storm was coming through and just came and made it cooler or what, but we had some 70-degree days. I think one day was 65.
You know, Matt just put out a video about Kazakhstan and how that's all rebuilt now. I didn't look into it. Quantum of Conscience, Matt.
Huh.
And I didn't, you know, right away he says it's not a Mandela effect, which likely may not be. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Well, for starters, Kazakhstan is ridiculously huge. So I never researched into the history. Like maybe the borders did change size officially over time, right? Over the last 10 years. I don't know. But I know it never used to be, Kazakhstan never used to be that freaking big. But now, I guess it's the capital city, Astana. It's so nice in here. He was showing pictures of it. And to him, he was sort of pointing out, like, you know, what does Kazakhstan have to offer? Like, where did they get all the money for this insane city that
Right.
was a piece of crap not that long ago, 20 years ago? So, you know, basically his point is that the world doesn't work the way we're told. And obviously when it comes to central banking and whatever, and you know, the World Bank and all them lending money to countries, right?
Uh-huh.
So obviously, yeah, they had to get the money somewhere. I cannot get to ground level here. What's the deal?
Street level. I
Yeah,
don't know.
there's no street view to this city. Google Car was not in this capital city. Are you kidding? Wow, that's surprising. They go most places. Like it isn't like it's North Korea. Yeah, there's no street view for this city. It's crazy. There's probably a couple photos though. Yeah, this place is like giant ass palace now. It's insane. They have a 360. But yeah, like what does Kazakhstan do? They don't have any, they're not known for any big manufacturing or whatever. No.
I'm just letting people know that one, I'm just commenting and telling them to email me. So
Man, I keep smelling cigarette smoke.
really? From
Yeah,
where?
well, I'm just hoping it's not burning for me somewhere.
Were you smoking a minute ago or something?
Yeah, I did. I ran outside and then come back in, but no, I see my butted cigarette there. It's not burning, so I'm fine.
I'm like, I'm smoking right now. So that's kind of weird. Maybe there's a new technology we don't know about.
Yeah. It's funny, like growing up here on the East Coast, you know, I'd smoke and toss my cigarette butt out the window or whatever. I'd never think nothing of it because it's fairly damp and green here. And then I moved out west for a lot of years. And, you know, I'm in the car driving along with some coworkers. I flick my butt out. They're like, oh, don't do that. You might start a fire. I'm like, no. And then come to find out, yeah, fires are started all the time because it goes in the fields, right? It's like
Right?
beaten hot and dried grass. Oh, it lights right up. Yeah. I'm like, wow, I never even thought of that. It's totally possible around here.
Oh, wow.
Out west, I should say.
Yay, Daggers is in the house. Yes, you won, sweetheart. Just email me, and if it's okay, if you have a PayPal, I can send it to you that way. Just let me know. I don't know how you missed that because you weren't here when we started, and I did the giveaway as soon as we started, so people didn't want to wait. I figured it would take a lot longer to go through the comments and delete like my comments and then duplicate comments, so but it didn't take as long as I thought.
I know something I can show you. Have you seen in Iraq, you probably heard of the U.S. embassy that was built in Iraq after the war? Did you catch
No.
that at the time?
Uh-uh.
So there was this big fuss, because there was a huge, of course, it was Bush, whoever, but it was the Bush era. They built a huge embassy. It was like $200 or $300 million. I don't know, maybe even more. Who knows? It was either 200 or 300 million or 200 or 300 workers that work there permanently, and it's huge. And it's right in Baghdad. Oh, I thought I had it marked. Don't. That sucks. I don't think I'll find it so easily now. I think it was near the river somewhere. But what's weird about it that I clued into, I can't say I've ever seen anybody speak of it in a video, but there's kind of like the landscaping and the markings around it, however it's done up. But when you look at it from above, there's this design with triangles and points. And basically the points, it makes a 9/11, like literally. And it's very clever the way that it makes 9/11. I assume it's of no coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidences. Be honest with you. I do not believe in them.
I don't think I'll find it in the US. Missing Baghdad, huh? Look at that, it even comes up automatically on Google search or Google search.
It's really odd. I was looking over there, like in Nevada area, where the other Area 51 is, or Area 52, and next to it, you see all these huge craters, and I'm sure that's where they do some missile testing and stuff. But it also makes you wonder if that's where they're. Gosh, Mike. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't me, I don't think.
Yeah, it's your mic.
What was it doing?
It's doing that wind sound again. Did you put like a cloth over it or anything?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I don't understand what's going on. That's weird. You haven't heard that during Monday night, have you?
No. Well, I mean, sometimes, but no, not like this. It's really bad, like really loud.
And right at this very moment, you can still hear it?
No.
No?
No.
I don't know what the hell.
Do you have a bag of chips?
What?
Do you have a bag of chips?
No, not this time. That's right. That did happen on Monday, but
it's not making it now. So I don't know what you were doing. It's crazy.
I think the cloth might have been moving. I'm holding it with my hand now. I wish I had a clothespin. No big deal.
I tell you what, the mic that I've got, do you have an extra USB port on your laptop?
Oh, yeah.
I've got it's called, I think it's pronounced Fifine external mic. And it'll work with just a regular mic stand. And it was only $25 on Amazon. And it had the best reviews on it. And it's also got the volume key on it. And then you can get the pop filter for it. And it's making that noise again.
No, that's not me because I can hear it. It's like sound.
Yeah.
That one? Yeah, that wasn't me, I don't think. Not at all.
Okay.
My hand's got the fabric pinned over the mic, and there was no odd movements during that, unless there's something electronically going on inside. But I don't know. Kind of sounds like your end, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I've heard people complain before this on me, only in very recent times, though.
Huh.
But I did hear it that time. I'm not seeing the same shit.
I'll see who's
Mic jumps.
Right.
Yeah. Do that.
Huh. But the Fifine mic, or however you say it, is really good. It had some awesome reviews, like all 5-star reviews on it. Mine's pink, like a rose-colored pink, but I'm sure you can get different colors. And then it works with just a regular mic stand. So, and then the pop filter was like, you know, $7-8. Not bad.
I found the building I was looking for, but now I'm starting to question whether it's the U.S. Embassy or not.
What?
Because there's 2 buildings that are marked on Google right around it. Excuse me, right on either end. They have U.S. Embassy entrance, United States Embassy Baghdad over here. So, what do you mean this is the entrance? So, where's the embassy? Is this whole land area all American Embassy? Is that the deal? I don't know, but right in the middle, right in between those 2, is the building. So I think it is. I think this is American. I have places brought up and no labels showing up. But you can see, can you see this building?
Yeah, it's in Baghdad.
Yeah.
That is creepy. It looks like Illuminati eyes all around it.
Right. That's a good point. The little diamonds. So if you look at the points, though, see how it's almost like got that leafy effect. Not a leaf, but it's flat on the bottom here. We're next to the building. Okay. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points around right there. Huh. And then when you create the points on the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 9, 11. But you see how, you know, how you kind of make, it's the way they made the points on the outside from the points on the inside that you lose 2 points, right? The way the setup goes. But it's perfect for 9/11. I'm like, yeah, right. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Right, huge ass embassy, American embassy area. Yeah.
I wish that shadow wasn't in the way so that I could see the center of that a little better.
Right.
The shadow of the building. Could you maybe turn it around and then kind of zoom in on it? Will it?
Oh, yeah, there's something in the middle.
Yeah, there's definitely something in the middle.
Some square diamond thing going on.
Well, it's like there's a separate building that's inside the middle, like a cube.
Right.
A cube within a cube.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Looks like an Illuminati pyramid in the center. Some kind of star. Wow, that's kind of creepy looking.
Yeah. Actually, there might be photos.
Yeah? Without the sun shining?
Here's one. Yeah, not much for photos, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Google Earth lost all of their photos. Like, they just shut it down, bastards. There was a lot of evidence coming up.
Stephen Garden in the chat said that the center looks like a lotus flower of all things.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's what Trump gave the Pope. Or was it vice versa? Hold on. Let me think. That, was it you that was telling me about the gifts that were given to, from the Pope to Trump when he visited him?
No. All I know is Trump put his hands on some freaking crystal ball or that was Saudi Arabia.
He was given Trump gave the Pope this lotus flower statue of all things.
What is that? What's lotus?
A flower? Lotus flower? Okay, you know on iPet Goat 2, that flower that they show like opening up on iPet Goat?
Yeah.
That's the lotus flower.
Let's see.
A lot of symbolism within that flower. Bye, full circle. Full circle.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they took away most of the photos. Like, the photo markers are still here, but you just go to bring it up and it won't work. All they have are these round bubble ones that are usable.
You could click on them and then go to the website and research it.
Yeah. I forget the website. You're right. It was a separate browser site that would come up.
Yeah.
And you could even go to like that particular person and all the photos that that person took, no matter where it was posted in the world and whatnot. And yeah, basically do some research behind it, right? Get a little more info. And yeah, now all of those.
Maybe one of the updates that Windows just did or Google just did. And if you uninstall the updates, I wonder if the old version will work better. If you can even do that with Google Earth, I don't know.
No, they did away with it. They did
wow.
away with that website. They just did away. They have a whole thing about it. Like, yeah, sorry, that whole layer is being done with now, and that's it. But they were. I'm not seeing at the very moment. They did still have all the little icons.
They're still there. Ooh, look
like
at that. That's crazy looking.
What's that?
The way those trees are all those trees, they look like people or giants or something. Like, go back out, zoom back out. Like, look, you see how those trees are situated and within the land? I mean, it looks kind of like animals and people and stuff. Like maybe there's a coded message.
Probably. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be a message. It would just be spiritual realm showing up in physical reality. It's I don't know. I don't see what you're seeing right now, but honestly, I've seen so much. I've stopped looking. Like it is everything. The whole damn earth. Like everything everywhere looks like shit. And I sound like an idiot ever trying to tell people, so I just don't bother. But I kid you not. No, there's like, it's beyond coincidence. So, and I don't know, maybe it's always been like that all my life, always. Maybe it's always been there, or maybe it's a Mandela timely thing, a thing of the times,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But yeah, there's
that's
so much crazy shit that I've seen.
Because all of those images I'm seeing that kind of look like either people or animals are surrounded by trees. So, it's...
Oh, there are fields in the middle. So
yeah.
It's clear for farming, and then it leaves an edge.
Right.
Yeah, you never know.
The lotus flower means it's the birth of consciousness, Stephen Garden said.
Oh, yeah. What consciousness?
Exactly. Whose consciousness? Just general consciousness or something else? Well, Trump gave it to the Pope, so maybe he's trying to tell the Pope something.
Yeah, I don't know what that noise is.
I don't know. I don't hear it now.
Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Maybe it was something else that time.
If you want me to send you the links for my mic and that pop filter, I'll be glad to do it. Oh, there it goes again. And it's not on either of us. That's crazy.
Weird. Yeah, it's not showing up, eh?
It's not you or me.
I wonder if Steven is still in the house here. I'll tell him something that I don't know how much into geography or how much he knows the area. Apparently in 2000 and something, I don't know if it was 2007 anyway, Nova Scotia was one of the two most, I don't even know how to word it, problematic or areas in danger or whatever, rated by, I think, the United Nations or I think the UN, in danger of land areas, basically to be turned into a freaking island. And I'm like, what? When did this become an issue? The thing is, I know it's become an issue since I'm ME, and this here distance is down to about 24, 25 kilometers, and it blows my effing mind. It should be about probably 50% more at least land connected. Like the fact that these rivers are so wide and it left behind this dinky peninsula sticking out. Like I don't even know what the hell that is. It was never like that. It was just like rivers here, right? So you wouldn't even be able to see them, and all this land would be so close. Like there should be no gap even right here. Very, very little gap. It'd be like a little tiny harbor. And then these would just be rivers. But now we get the river opening up all the way up to Moncton. But anyway, the main part being that the connection in Nova Scotia to the rest of the freaking mainland is down to 24, 25 kilometers. And I said, I've told people, I'm like, that this place turns into an island, I'm going to lose it, especially if no one remembers it or realizes that, you know, that's changed. Mm-hmm. And then the day it breaks in two, which actually there's another area I'm watching, which is from the top of Halifax Harbor, basically the Bedford Basin area, which is fine. I mean, I don't think that has changed that I can notice. But the river coming in from the other side, which I don't know what this is, the Windsor area, but it's right next to the valley anyway. But it's almost like Nova Scotia could potentially break into this way. I'm like, if that ever happens, I'm leaving. That's it. I'm just moving. It's the hell with y'all. Because no one will notice, right? And I'm like, oh, it was always like that. Just like Prince Edward Island here. Yeah, that always looked like it was ready to break in half. No, it was all solid looking land. And now we are down to very minimal amount of land even connecting right here. I got a red line. That's down. That's what? Wall. I did this in a nutty way. Walls to a room. 4 walls to a room, 4 kilometers, 4.0 kilometers. I have it written in words in almost coded manner so that I can't get Mandela'd. If I just write a number there, it'll probably just change, right? So I do everything in weird ways just to try to prevent it from changing. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
A little bit. A little crazy. A little bit might work, might be a waste of life, but yeah, I figured I'd try.
Let me check something real quick. You can go ahead and keep what you're doing. I'm just going to look at something real quick.
No problem. Yeah, I just marked a few places around and recorded the distance. So this piece of Prince Edward Island that goes technically from the north coast to the south coast is now only 4 kilometers long, which is insane. This here whole big giant ass harbor here should not be. It to me, it looks like there's a piece of Prince Edward Island missing. I don't know what the hell, but there's a few places like that. It's getting pretty close.
Urban Disciples is in the house. What's going on, Irby? Just joking. Gosh, you've got a lot of pins.
Yeah, like yeah, I do. I've been at it for 2 years, and I don't really pin up that often at all. Not anymore. I mean, I did a little bit in the beginning, and
it can be addicting. I tell you, you get on Google Earth, and you just keep going and going, and by the time you realize you've been on there 3 hours, you know.
Right.
Very intriguing.
I can show you something I know it changed in recent times. Just got to get up the border of the countries. Go.
Are you outside?
No. You're hearing a bunch of names or noise again?
No, I heard a motorcycle is what it sounded like.
Oh, you're right, though. Yeah, the window's here.
Oh, okay.
So here, I mean, there is potentially a lot of issues and things changing, but like actually, I think, I don't know, but I think Vancouver is like disappearing, like, because basically in the beginning of this whole craziness, which started up 2 years ago for me, I learned that, hey, there's the international border of the US and Canada that goes across the land here, hanging down from Vancouver City, which is called Point Roberts. So the bottom part here is the US, and up here is part of Vancouver City. I'm like, that's freaking odd. I never knew it was, I never knew it wasn't, but yeah, that's pretty freaking odd, right? Okay, right. So I knew of it, and I had looked at it, and I guess people do go shopping down here. So, you know, like Canadians going shopping in the US, it's cheaper, right? And at the time, for one, at the time, I'm pretty confident, I wouldn't bet my life on it, but I'm pretty damn confident that this whole city area, Vancouver, came out further into the ocean. Like Point Roberts was not hanging almost just in line with the western coast of the city. Like it was hanging down off the bottom of the middle of the city area. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think the city went way farther out here, like at least a good significant amount. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's like some of the city missing.
Hold on. You're telling me where those lines are is where it was? And it kind of went like over to the right a little bit?
No. My marker lines have nothing to do with it. I'll get rid of those.
No. I'm talking about the lines that's next to it, right there, where you got your mouse. That's where it used to be?
Probably. Like, basically, like these piers or whatever the hell that come out, there's no way they were that close to the border. Like, so this whole thing was bigger. So I'm only kind of starting this out. Number one, I have this bad feeling that there's a lot of the west coast of Vancouver City missing, like shorter now or much less. But I know for sure the Point Roberts is way smaller. So what had happened when I was first looking at it, it was a rectangle in the opposite direction. Like right now, it's close to a square, just the Point Roberts area, but it's actually a rectangle with a long way going east and west, slightly, right? You see that? It's slightly longer on the left and right, just a little.
Right.
About 6 months ago, it looked like a square, but when I first started, it was a long rectangle the other way. It was hanging way down, like a lot. So I don't know if, like, I think everything just shrunk. Basically, it's not that just the bottom came up. I think the whole everything here is just shrunk, and this is basically what was left behind for this little part of America, which doesn't make any damn sense to me to begin with, why it exists. But I can also tell, because when I went in looking at it and analyzing it all, there was actually significant, fairly significant, not extremely, but half decent places you could go shopping. There's not anymore. It's like it's down to not a lot of a city area. Like I don't know. There's no malls. I can't really say there was malls before, but there was big ass parking lot areas and shopping areas, and there's not anymore. Like there's F all here. I don't know. There's a gas station, a diner. You know what I'm saying, right? Like I could just tell that there was a main highway that came down. I thought too that there was 2 border crossings, and now there's only 1 border crossing here. I could have swore there was 2. I can't bet my life on that, but I know the main road went down and there was like big shopping areas. I'm like, okay, yeah, they could go to the city down there and go shopping. It's gone. Like there's F all left of Point Roberts. But yeah, so basically my point is just visually, I know for sure it's changed because it was a long rectangle below the international line. Point Roberts was bigger, but likely the whole damn thing was bigger. But definitely Point Roberts is shrunk, and yeah, that's my one point. I'll tell you another little one here that's kind of cool. Along the border, and I think it was Reality Shifter brought it up, unless it was Life Matrix. But I think it was Reality Shifter a long time ago. It brought up this bump up in the border between Canada and the US. And I was looking at it, and I had seen it, actually. I'd found it before they had made the video on it. And I was like, yeah, that's weird. You know, I don't know for sure if it did exist or not, but it certainly does stick out to me. Like, I don't remember that. So they did a video saying the same thing. They don't remember that being there. There's no way it was there. I'm like, well, maybe not. But
I mean, it's not like there's a land mass that causes it to happen, you know?
Here's the thing, Kay. When they put out the video, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. Because when I zoomed in and looked at this, I was like, okay, here's the thing. When I looked at this, it was all land. Like I'm telling you, there was no major water here. Now almost the whole thing is water, like called Lake of the Woods. And so now you have Angel Inlet, like this area up here is part of the US. It's stupid even to have this anyway, right? Why would another country have this chunk of land up there at the top?
Makes you wonder why they had to have it. What's so special about that place right there?
Well, I'll tell you what this does set up, which, you know, conspiratorially speaking, is that you have now because where was it I picked it up? I must have read it in an article when I was doing some research. But there's kids, a few people that live around here, not many, but there's a few homes. Who these people are, I don't know, right? But there are a few homes here. It's mainly cabin and summertime stuff, but there are a few permanent residents in the region. And so they literally have to take a school bus and go to their school south of the border over here.
What?
To take a school bus, cross international border, go to school and do the same thing coming home.
Oh my goodness.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine think about this, right? Well, this is only one of many possibilities, but you think about this. You have a big, large vehicle of just a group of kids crossing international borders twice a day. Like, that's just scary to me.
Yeah.
Scared by who? The bus driver? Like, so, who are the kids? Are there other kids that are on the bus sometimes? Who's the bus driver? You know what I'm saying, right? It's just for trafficking. It's like, and to me, this is the whole. I'm taking that 2 steps further right at the moment, but
that water looks to be red as well, like blood.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with it all, but the fact that this is here really sets up a situation for trafficking for anything, any sort of laundering or drugs or anything, right? You have. It's just stupid. It's too easy. There's no protected border here. It's nonsense. I mean, even this road is nothing. I think they have like one little building here or something.
Well,
there is no real border.
If you go to Minnesota, it's walking distance to Canada. International Falls, Minnesota is walking distance to Canada. Just walk.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean,
actually, there was a spot on Point Roberts I was just looking at the other day too, that there is no border there. I mean, technically, I don't know, there's a difference in concrete or something, but I think that's about it.
Whoa.
It's pretty funny. Probably find it again pretty quick here. There's not much to the place.
I'm going to have to shut it down here in about 7 minutes, so.
Oh, yeah. I just, ramble and waste time.
Oh, you're fine. I just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up. I only got about 7 more minutes.
There you go. There's the yellow line. Across there's the U.S., and we're standing in Canada.
Are you kidding me? That's
yeah.
Hey, guys, that's our new border wall. Just letting you know. Speed bumps.
Yeah. That is into Point Roberts. So from there, I mean, from there you still would have to take a boat or whatever to get to the mainland. But I would be willing to bet that there is no checks on that, because they do have an official border crossing down the road here, right, just down the way. So
you zoom in on those signs and read them. Are you able to do that?
Not really. Something prohibited.
If you are entering I can't zoom in. If you are
you're good.
Something border without
permit, maybe. No, I don't know how you got that out of it. That's just going by basic visual there. That's pretty good.
It's that LASIK surgery. I tell you what, that's the best thing I ever did. Was have my eyes done.
Yeah. Did you have glasses before?
Yeah, I had glasses and contacts. I was what is it? Is it nearsighted when you can't see things far away?
Yes.
And then I also had astigmatism, and it also took care of that. So wow. Now it's so cheap. You can get it done for like $300 per eye.
Scary in a way to me, but
well, yeah.
I guess if you go to a good place, they've been doing it for a while.
But when they do it, you're in and out of there within 5 minutes. It's crazy fast.
Wow.
It don't take any time at all.
Look at this dude's house. He can like spit on your country.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, that was funny.
It looks like his van's parked on the country on the other.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not his van. It couldn't be. It's in a different country.
It's funny. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Yeah, daggers. You need to get it done. It's amazing. I was blind without my contacts too. Now I'm seeing, I think they said I'm seeing 20/30 maybe. There's that noise again.
It was coming up a little bit. You know, something else I started to mark, and I don't know if it's successful or not yet. I see some possibilities, like it might be working out. I should be working and make it sound like it's a good thing. No, none of it's a good thing. But the one place where I did seem to, I'm really sure. So this is part of BC. Basically, what I've been doing, I've been marking, just making some general red lines. Like me and Lone Eagle figured out a long time ago, if you go tracing, it doesn't work. The tracing will literally change. And I know this personally for a fact. Even with watching his tracing, like he traced Cuba was one of them, and Cuba totally got this narrow area pinch point to the whole island. And I'm like, that was not like that, and now his tracing's like that. So just one of many examples. We both know that you can't trace and have it not change. It freaking changes. And so he came up with the idea like that it's changing because we're following the land, right? And so it's like it's attached to it in a reality way, in a almost as you could say it's really actually spiritual in nature. Believe it or not, I'm pretty convinced everything is actually spiritual in nature. Physical's an after fact, but
I don't know if you can see the chat, but Dagger said that a girl was jogging into the U.S. from Canada, and they held her for over a week before turning her back over to her parents to go home.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the U.S. held her for jogging. Wow.
She was only young, obviously.
I don't know, but I mean, probably, teenager, I would say, to be jogging.
Yeah.
Typically, between the ages of, say, any age under 12, they're not really going to want to jog. So there's that noise again.
Weird. I hear it, but it's not really loud at my end. I mean, if I pay attention, I notice.
Well, your mic doesn't go up at all.
No.
Oh, I've probably got some trolls messing with something. Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, it's time to shut her down anyways. I might go live again later. So you're welcome to come back on with me later if you want. I'll let you know beforehand in Hangouts or something.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm a fucking lunatic.
Do what?
Nothing.
You're an effing lunatic? Is that what you said?
No, I talk about crazy stuff, yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Especially if I pull out the freaking Google Earth, look out.
No,
you never know what kind of craziness I'll come up with.
You're completely fine in my book.
Yeah, okay, cool, okay. Well,
it's all good, man.
You never know, I might be around.
Well, I'll send you. What I'll do is, if I decide to go live, I'll send you a message on Hangouts in our Hangouts chat. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been a blast.
All right. Thanks. I'm gonna go ahead and do some shout outs real quick. Armor Up, Daggers, Doc, Lucy's World, Shirley, Steven. That's all it's showing on the list right now. It says 13 viewers, but they're not all showing up. Armor Up, going on. There's the noise again. Whoever the noise is, hello, how are you?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, congratulations to Sportum and Dagger Spells. I'll be getting your money out to you. You should have it by the weekend. Well, unless it rains really bad and I can't get out. But I think Thursday and Friday is supposed to be nice. Much love to you all and have a blessed day.